Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me. It is Third Out Thursday, and I really appreciate everyone. I just wanted you all to know before we start, I really appreciate everybody spending their Thursday with me. It is such a joy and a privilege to pour out to you guys and share these essential recipes and this essential lifestyle, so I love it so much and it really means a lot. Thank you so much for everyone that is watching the replay. Also, hi guys, and tell me where you are watching from. I forgot to do that the last couple weeks, but let me know where you are from, and it is just so fun to see everybody connect on here from all over the world and all over the country and Canada and wherever. It is so fun. Hi guys. Awesome. Well, this is Throw It Out Thursday. It is the cleanest night of the week, and every week we hop on here and we just have a great time. We kick chemicals to the curb. They cannot stay. They have got to go. And my name is Hillary LeMay. Obviously, I am an essential oil educator and leader with doTERRA International, and that just means I love living this essential lifestyle, and more importantly than that, I love sharing it, because everything great is worth sharing, right? We can't just keep it to ourselves. We've got to share it. And if you know me, you know I am an extreme extrovert, so this is an awesome way for me to share with you guys while my little one is upstairs sleeping quietly and slumbering and getting her night's rest, while we just have a little essential oil education party every Thursday here. So I love sharing all of these recipes and great ideas with you guys, and tonight we are going to be revisiting something that we've talked about a couple weeks ago that was a super hit, and I wanted to bring it on back. Hi guys! And so all month long we've been talking about our back to school essentials, all the things that we really need to get on point and cover those basics for our kiddos having a great transition into the school year. And let me tell you, since last week, it has been night and day. Olivia is having so much more fun at drop-off. She's doing great. She's adjusting super well, and she's connecting with the teachers, and everyone is just, it's a smooth operation right now. So I'm really grateful and really thankful for all our essential protocols and all the great things that we can do to help support our little ones, because when we're not with them, we want to be making sure that they are balanced and happy, and all of those things are good. And so tonight we're wrapping up the month-long pilgrimage through our back to school essentials with some mommy Masonables. And I did the Masonables about a month or two ago, and they were a huge hit. I got great feedback. Thank you guys for everyone that commented and loved them and shared pictures of what you made. And so I wanted to share these, but kind of with a little bit of a revamp, more geared toward the older palate. Olivia loves to eat the things that we love, and she has a little bit more of a grown-up palate, but these are more geared toward moms and dads when you're at the soccer game and you need something to eat, or you want to grab something to go if you're super busy, even if you're not a parent. You know, for those of you watching that are not parents or your kids are grown, you know, this is still relevant, because we all feel like we just don't have enough time in the day to eat. Sometimes I'm eating lunch way later than I should be because I'm just so busy during the day. So this is a great opportunity to just kind of, you know, reconnect with some super easy ways to put food together to take with you when you are at the sporting events or you're carting kids off to all their places that they need to go in the evening time. So I'm going to demo 3 really easy and fun meal prep ideas. You can use whatever you have in your pantry, whatever you have in your fridge. Don't go crazy. You know, this is just a method. So be creative and think of what you can do with these from what you already have. Don't feel the need to like run out and get every little ingredient that I show, but I will post the recipes on my Instagram wrap up later tonight, so if you do miss anything, then you can watch the replay as always, and I'll pop this on my YouTube archive as well. That's YouTube keyword Hillary LeMay. Just search my name and you'll find all 10 months of all these demos I've been doing. So we are going to get busy school nights managed with an awesome couple recipes for dinner. So first we're going to do a snickerdoodle hummus in a jar, and then we're going to do a peach, well actually it's nectarines because we couldn't find peaches in season, but we are going to do a peach caprese salad with balsamic infused oil in a jar, and then we're going to do a green goddess salmon salad in a jar with pasta. So I think you guys are going to really love this. Grab your mason jars, grab your fruit cups, and let's do it, okay? Now also, for those of you on my team, everyone that gets started with a kit and gets on the LRP program, they get this awesome book, and it's like just the beast. They're actually coming out with a new version on November 1st, so I'm really excited because all my new Oilers that join me in the fall will get a new edition. And on page 381, you see this recipe for salads in a jar. And so this is something that inspired me a long time ago, and I've been doing this for a while, and it's just a really great way to have your food and travel with it, and it's a really convenient way to travel with your food, and it'll keep for a couple days in the fridge, so you can kind of put things together either in the morning or as you go, whatever. So we're going to get right into it with our snickerdoodle hummus. Now for our snickerdoodle hummus, we're going to take a quart mason jar, and you can use whatever you've got, but you need to use a wide mouth. And the reason is because we're going to use our empty fruit cups, and they sit right in there. Isn't that cool? Amazing. Cool, amazing. I didn't make it up, but I'm going to love it, and I'm going to share it. Isn't that cool? Yeah, so you definitely want to make sure that you're using wide mouth jars. You can use whatever size that you have, or that you you can use shorter jars, larger jars, but they just have to have a wide mouth so that the little cup fits right in there. Okay, so we're going to take our quart jar, and we're going to reserve that. We're going to just set that aside for a moment. And then we're going to take, let's see, actually first we're going to do our carrots. So I'm going to move my Ninja out of the way. You know we're going to get down to business when I've got my Ninja out, right? Yes. So we're going to take some carrots, and we're just going to layer our carrot sticks into the bottom of our jar. And this is just going to be some little dippers for our snickerdoodle hummus. And if you guys aren't familiar with snickerdoodle hummus, it is a savory and sweet hummus, and there are lots of savory and sweet hummuses out there. Oh, I forgot to also mention, you guys, if you want to share this broadcast with any of your followers on social media or anywhere, you can swipe to the right or up, depending on what kind of phone you have, and then you can tap the bottom of the screen as many times as you want to just show me a heart, and that lets me know that you're having fun and you're enjoying the broadcast. So you can do that even when you're watching the replay too. So that's pretty neat. So we're going to just layer some carrots down here, and then we're going to layer some apple slices. And I've just cut these and tossed them in some water and some lemon essential oil, and that's going to really help prevent the oxidizing. So you can do this like the night before, or the morning of, whatever you have time for. So we're going to just put our little dippers in here for our hummus. But there are lots of recipes out there for sweet hummuses that are like sweet and savory. So definitely have to check out the internet for those. So we're just layering our dippers. We've got our carrots and we've got our apples. And then we're going to set that aside, and actually then we're going to take one of our little cups. These are the Dole Mandarin Orange cups. I like these for their size. And so we're going to just put these right in there. And you can just fill it up. However, I like to leave a little room, just a little room to groove. Okay. And then we are going to take our Ninja blender, and you can use whatever blender that you have. I like the Ninja because I feel it's really powerful. And you're going to just take one of the single serve cups, and we are going to take 1 can of garbanzo beans, and I've drained these, and we're going to leave, there's a reason that you drain them, because we want to use the liquid to help smooth out the hummus. So we're going to just pour our garbanzo beans. This is 1 can, so that's about 15 ounces of garbanzo beans. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of almond butter. You can use whatever nut butter that you like. I just prefer almond butter. I really like the way that the almonds kind of make it feel like the tahini paste that you'd have normally in hummus. So we're going to just add 2 tablespoons of the almond butter. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of honey. And you can use whatever sweetener that you like. I just like the texture. It makes it really nice and thick. And we're just going to add all of this good stuff to our our Ninja single serve blender. And then we're just going to add a little bit of the garbanzo bean liquid. So it's got the liquid still in there, so we're just going to pour a little bit to kind of help smoothen it out. And we'll see how the texture is as we go. And so what we're going to do here is put our lid on and get our hummus going. Real quick, I hope you guys are having a great night. I've never had sweet hummus. Oh yeah, it's so good. And you can dip it with like pretzels. I'm going to show you that, and with the carrot and apple, it's going to be like savory and sweet, and lots of protein from the garbanzo beans. Okay, and let's do this, you guys. What I like to do is kind of shake it once or twice to kind of loosen it up, because those beans can be dense. Check the texture, and sometimes because it's a little thick, so we're going to add a little more of our reserve liquid, and this is just the reserve liquid from the garbanzo beans. Just going to add a little of that to smooth it on out, and you just kind of keep working at it and pulsing it until it gets to be the right texture for you. Okay. And we'll pulse again. And if anyone just joined, we are making snickerdoodle hummus. It's really nice and savory and sweet. This is about perfect. We're just going to add a little more of our garbanzo bean liquid, because we want to just make sure that the texture is really nice and dippable. Actually, you know what? I really like this texture. Yeah, this is good. This is there. Okay, we're there. We've arrived. Okay, so I'm just going to clear out my workspace a little. And then what we're gonna do is just take back our jar that we've prepped with our dippers, and you can take the jar out if you want to. And then what we're gonna do is add our infusion of essential oil into this. So we're gonna add our cinnamon bark now that we've done our mixing. I like to add this at the end. I just feel like the flavor is a little more bright and colorful. So we're gonna add 2 drops of cinnamon bark right on into our blender cup. And then we're just gonna stir this around, and it's gonna be spicy and sweet and savory. And you can adjust all the flavorings. I don't like it too sweet. Yeah, I don't like it too sweet, but you can just play around with it and see what you like. And then we're gonna just spoon this hummus into our dipper. And this is just gonna be so perfect for on the go and not having to worry about messes and things. And you can just put this in a cooler or whatever you have. And so here we have our snickerdoodle hummus, and look how, let me see if I can show you this. Look how creamy that is. Isn't that awesome? And we used almond butter instead of tahini paste to give it a little bit of a sweetness, and it's just gonna be really delicious. And so then what you do is you just put this right on top. And then I really love chia seeds, and I think they just add a really nice flavor. So what I'm going to do is actually just sprinkle some chia seeds right on top of this. There you go. And chia seeds are such a superfood. They're packed with magnesium, and they're just so good. So I love having chia seeds handy for any of my recipes. And so then what we're going to do is we are going to take our lid, and we've got some pretzels here as well that are going to act as an additional 3rd dipper. So we're going to just transfer our pretzels right into our dipper, and this is another one of our empty mason jar, empty mandarin orange cups. How about them apples? Isn't this cool, you guys? Like, mommy needs some awesome cool eats too. Like, the kiddos shouldn't be the only ones that get like toys and books and like a circus clown in their dinners. We should get cool stuff too. Am I right, moms? Like, yeah, we need some cool stuff, right? So this is pretty awesome. I kind of love this. I kind of wish I was a kid again, because I'd be like, look, you guys, my mom has the coolest snacks. So yeah, I hope you guys will try this because it's so awesome. And then all you do is you just unscrew the lid. You can kind of like tilt it so you don't spill, but I mean, you know, it's not that big of a deal. And then you just take this out, take this off, dip your pretzel in there. That's delicious. It's like cinnamony and savory and sweet and everything that you want. And then you can take this out when you're ready and kind of set up your own little picnic as you're watching your kids' sporting events and whatnot. And you can just take a little apple and dip it in there, and you're good. So it's amazing. I hope you guys will try this. Super delicious and really easy. And again, when you're ready to close it up, all you do is just, it makes it easier if you do it like this after, when you're ready. That was delicious. I'm going to eat that tomorrow. And there you go. We have our snickerdoodle hummus with carrot dippers, apple dippers, and pretzel dippers. So you got sweet, savory, you know, you've got something kind of crunchy, and you've got the smoothness of the hummus. Of the snickerdoodle hummus, and you can just flavor it however you want. You know, you can add orange, you can add, you know, cassia or anything that you really like. But this is just such a great fun way to kind of make those kiddie snacks with a little grown-up flair. Yeah. Okay. So that was our first one. Move that out of the way, and then we're going to move on to our caprese salad. So this is a nectarine caprese salad, and for that we're going to also take another quart jar. And we are going to combine some goodies to make a delight. So first we're going to start with our nectarines. And we're going to add a cup of nectarines, and I've just chopped these. You can, you know, do them in slices or whatever makes you happy. Let me scoot this a little farther back. There you go. Thanks. Oh, thanks, Sierra. Hi, guys. So much fun. I love these. I'm going to probably keep doing these forever because there's so many ways to use these cool Masonables, and it is just like hilarious for me. It is so much fun. I'm just having way too much fun by myself in the dining room with you guys, of course. I'm never alone. All right, so we've got the 1 cup of nectarines, and then we're going to add about a half a cup of, actually we're going to do a cup of mozzarella pearls. It's a little bright, but there you go, mozzarella pearls. So we're going to have the caprese salad. Instead of tomato, we're going to use peach, so that's going to be sweet. Thanks. And then we've got our mozzarella balls that are easier to eat than sliced mozzarella, because if we're on the go, if we're on the baseball field or on the football field or wherever, we really want to have convenience, and we don't need to we don't want to worry about like having a knife and stuff like that. So this is really doable with just a fork, so it's all good. So we are just going to put our mozzarella pearls into our jar and layer these, and it's really beautiful, and the color's amazing, and it's nice and fresh, and you can feel really good, and the protein's great, and I love caprese salad, and now that we're in the fall, it's just a perfect time. And actually I was inspired by the Fall Living magazine, the Fall doTERRA Living magazine, to get to do this recipe. So if you have, it just came in the mail, and I got one from a friend of mine that brought it back from convention. So if you have the Fall Living magazine, it has a peach caprese salad recipe in there, and I just tweaked it a little bit. So here we have our mason jar with our caprese, we've got our mozzarella pearls, and we've got our nectarines, and then we're going to set this aside. And then in a small bowl, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, and I'm just going to make a little vinaigrette. So I'm just going to add these to a little bowl. And then we're going to add 2 drops of our wild orange essential oil. We're just going to give it a little infusion for fall. I think orange is really nice with this. It's just a beautiful flavor. So we're going to add 2 drops of wild orange to this and just make our own little infused vinaigrette. And just all we're going to do is whisk this really quick. And boom, you have your own balsamic vinegar infused with essential oils. Amazing, amazing, so good. Okay, so then we're going to take another one of our little nifty, empty mandarin orange jars and just lay this right on top. And then we're going to just drizzle our balsamic. And I don't use a lot. I really don't use a lot. You can certainly scale this to your taste, but you don't need a lot of dressing, because when you are going to pour it into the salad and shake it up, it's going to cover all of the salad. So you don't need a lot of dressing, and I'll show you this. It's just really a small amount. You just don't need a lot. Less is more. You hear me say that a lot because it's really true. Less is more. Okay, so we've got our ingredients in there, and actually now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add the basil, because I think we're just going to add the basil now instead of later. So, and then we're going to make our, of course, the caprese, the basil part is really what kind of seals the deal right there. And I love the smell of fresh basil. I just love the look of it. It's really beautiful. You can just literally just lay your basil leaves on top, and it's going to be beautiful. You can even do this for like a picnic if you are hosting a party at your house for grown-ups, you know, but maybe you're outdoors and you don't want people to have to be messing with a plate and a cup. Like I know a lot of times at buffets or at parties and stuff, you're trying to like fumble with all the things that you have, and it would be kind of cool to just be able to like have your meal in a jar. Isn't that cool? And so then you just want to make sure that you have enough room for your dressing. So I have room for a little more basil, and I really love basil. Basil is so good. I really love it. Yeah, you can add pesto. You can add whatever you want. This is your own. So this is just, you know, you watch this for the method, and then you just make it your own. So there you go. There's enough room for all of that. So that beautiful, that balsamic is going to be right there at the top, and you've got your basil leaves, you've got your mozzarella pearls, and you've got your peaches. Yes, that is such a good idea. And then what you're going to do is place your lid on top, and then we're going to take some croutons, just as something a little crunchy if you want to eat that with your salad, but you certainly don't need to. And we're going to take another one of our little dishes here, and then you can just invert this like we did before. Just make sure that everything is flat enough so it's going to close really nice and tight. You don't want any mishaps going on with that. And again, like, you can just seriously add whatever you want. You can add really anything. This is just yours. Make it your own. There you go. And you have peach caprese salad with a balsamic, essential oil infused dressing for like no time. And you can do this with whatever you have in the kitchen. If you have whatever cheese you have, yeah, you can add mandarin oranges if you don't want to eat them all. But we've got the nectarines and the mozzarella and the basil and croutons there for a little crunch if you wanted that. And then when you're ready, you just pour the balsamic in there and you just shake it up. I'm going to eat this tomorrow for lunch, so I'm not going to do that now. But yeah, it's super easy, and you can take this with you on the go. You can, you know, bring one for a friend. If maybe you and a friend want to get into a habit of doing this, you get on a rotation, and maybe one of your mom friends that's there with their kiddos, and you're sitting in the bleachers and you're starving and you're like, oh my gosh, all we have time for is Chick-fil-A. We're kicking all that to the curb. You don't need to eat fast food to have a good meal in a quick amount of time. You really don't. And if you just take the time, a few minutes, this took no time. I'm chit-chatting our way through it. If I was doing it without talking, it would take me like 2 or 3 minutes tops. And it would take you longer to sit in the Chick-fil-A line probably after soccer practice than it would to make something like this and bring it with you on the go. And I guarantee you your kids are going to be jealous because they're going to want one too. So definitely try this out. So that's our second one, and then we're moving right into our last recipe. This is my Green Goddess pasta salad, and you're gonna love it. It's super good and it's super flexible. Add whatever things that you love. We're gonna take another quart mason jar, and we are going to add in 1/4 cup of cooked salmon. Now, George and I get salmon from Costco. We get the wild salmon, and it's like an entire, I mean, it is big, you guys. It's like really big, like a whole fish. And we cook it all at once, and so we eat for lunch, for dinner, throughout the week. And so this is a great way to reuse, not reuse obviously, but to use up the proteins that you have in the fridge. So if you did steaks or chicken or fish or shrimp, anything that you make, quinoa, whatever, put any of those proteins that you have in the fridge left over, just use that in this recipe. It's super easy. So you're gonna just put in your salmon into the bottom of the jar. I like to start with the protein first, down in these. And you're just gonna make that one layer. And then you're gonna add 3/4 of a cup of cooked pasta. This is whole wheat penne, that's just what we like. So you see your salmon in there, we're gonna layer the penne on top, and that's just our preference, but use whatever you like. A little pasta ran away. So use whatever you like. You can use elbow macaroni or little mini bow tie macaronis. Your kids are gonna totally be jealous, you guys. I guarantee you, your kids are gonna be jealous, and they're gonna be like, hey mom, what about me? I want some cool food too. And they're not gonna wanna go to Chick-fil-A. They're not gonna wanna eat McDonald's or whatever Franken foods that you feel like you might not have any options besides doing. And so this is just a great way to kind of open your eyes to seeing all the possibilities and making it fun and make it, you know, a family activity for everybody to decide, hey, what do we want to make for our Masonables? And it'll be a really cool thing, and you're gonna have a blast. So we've got our 3/4 cup of pasta, and then we're gonna add about a small tomato, just a diced tomato, and then we're gonna top it with our favorite greens. And so I like mixed greens. That's just my personal favorite. And so what I'm going to do is just put this in here until we have enough room for our little dipper to hold our salad dressing. Possibilities, that is so true, yes. And so you want to kind of like gauge that to make sure you have enough room. So this is about right. Well, maybe I'll take out like one leaf. Yeah, take out a leaf. All right. So yes, and then what we're gonna do for this dressing is, where's my dressing? We've got, my favorite dressing is from Annie's, and it's an organic dressing, and it's called Goddess, and it's just so delicious. It kind of tastes like a cross between like a Caesar and a ranch and an Italian, and I really love it, and it's super duper tasty, and it's nice and clean, and there aren't any nasty things in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take about 2 tablespoons of our Goddess dressing, and then I like to give it an essential infusion because I just like the freshness and the brightness of lemon. So we're gonna add 2 drops of lemon essential oil right into this. 1, 2. And that way you can just make it, you know, as you need it. And so we're just gonna mix this right into the jar. There we go. And then we're gonna just lay this dressing on top. And then for the top, we are gonna add my favorite seeds. These are pumpkin seeds and dried cranberries. And that's just my personal preference. That is just what I like. You can do whatever makes your soul happy, but I love pumpkin seeds and cranberries. They are savory and sweet, so if you want something, like I have a sweet tooth, I have a major sweet tooth. I love sweets of all kinds. And so when I'm eating, I kind of like want dessert right away, right after. And so this way, you can have something really sweet in with your salad, and it's really nice. So then what we're gonna do is just top this like we do, and combine these all. There you go. And then you have your Green Goddess pasta salad with dried cranberries and pumpkin seeds and your Green Goddess dressing infused with lemon essential oil. You've got your greens, your tomatoes, your whole wheat penne, and your salmon that you've reused from, not reused, I keep saying that, but just, you know, finish up those leftovers. Don't let those leftovers go to waste. All you need is a little bit. I mean, you really don't need a lot of protein. All you need is that much, and the whole wheat pasta's got extra protein in there too, and the greens are gonna be great fiber for you, and this is just so much fun. And then when you're ready to eat it, like I showed you with the other one, and maybe George will eat this one tomorrow for lunch. So tasty. You just take all your pieces off and you put your dressing in. I'll show you this one. You just pour your dressing in, and then you just sprinkle your seeds and your nuts in there, and then you just give it a little shimmy shake. And you get all of that combined, and it's so delicious. You have dinner on the go for mommies, for daddies, for coaches, for teachers. You know, we're so busy. We think we don't have time to eat well, and we totally do. You need to make time. You are totally worth it. Let's try this. Oh my God, you guys. Hold on. I need a moment. That's amazing. Yeah, that's dang good. It's savory, it's sweet, it's crunchy, it's chewy, it's awesome. I hope you guys will try this. It is going to change your life, totally. Now, you don't need to use the little jars and stuff like that. They actually like sell ones like that, I think, at Bed Bath & Beyond. I need a moment, right? I really do. But it's going to be so good. You're just going to love this new way of thinking about bringing your dinner on the go, or even if you're going on a road trip or something. Not that I recommend driving and eating, but certainly like you could be a passenger and eat this or whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's not McDonald's, you know, it's just a great option. It's just another option. I like giving people options. I think that's what this is all about. This lifestyle is living better, just being more aware and more conscious of what we're doing, the foods that we're eating. And when we can use up the things in our fridge, and we can, you know, chop our food once a week for the rest of the week, and we don't have to chop the carrots, we don't have to chop the peaches or whatever. We can just do that all at one time, and then you can just kind of, you know, assemble everything as you go, as you need to. But you can definitely do these a couple of these ahead and have meals to go. So I hope you guys will try these. Tag me on Instagram or Facebook if you do. Keep sending me ideas if you have any, and I'll keep plugging these through and keep thinking of ideas for myself that I want to do. But I'm going to finish this salad, so if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go finish my delicious Masonable, right? So I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you guys next Thursday. Bye!